And again, taking it deeper, this time visualizing breath as it comes in through your nose, feeling it coming in to your nose, throat, and chest. Let your chest expand as you breathe in. And as you exhale, allow your chest to release. Allow the breath to come back up through your throat and through your nose. And we'll repeat again, taking it a little bit deeper. Think about your rib cage. It might help. I like to put my hands on my rib cage as I do this. So you'll inhale through your nose, feel the breath come into your nose, feel the breath come into your throat, feel the breath expand your chest, feel the breath separate your rib cage slightly. And then as you exhale, allow the breath to come out. The rib cage may slightly release, chest may expand, and you can feel the breath exit through your throat and nose. Once again, breathing in through your nose fill up with air, feel your throat come up with air, feel your chest and lungs expand, your rib cage expand, and then allow the air to reach even deeper down towards your diaphragm. Maybe your belly expands slightly here. And then same thing, let it come back. Release, emptying belly, emptying rib cage, emptying chest, emptying throat, and exiting through your nose. So gradually taking our breath deeper and deeper. Let's do that again. So inhaling, feeling breath come in through your nose, into your throat, into your chest, into your ribs, and into your belly. Gradually exhaling, letting your belly release the air, chest release the air, lungs release the air, and finally the breath comes back out through the nose. We'll do a few more like that. So inhaling slowly, the sensation of the breath, does it feel cool? Does it feel warm as it comes to your nose? Feeling it in your throat, letting your chest expand, rib cage broaden, belly release, and then exhaling, breath comes back out through the rib cage, through the chest, through the throat, and out through the nose. Does your breath feel warm as it comes out of your nose? Inhaling through the chest, inhaling through the nose. Imagining the flow of breath like a waterfall, gently falling through the throat, down to the lungs, down into the belly. Hello, welcome. And we'll breathe out, letting the air empty through your belly, through your rib cage, through your chest, through your throat, and back out from your nose. I will be here for a few more minutes as we drop into the deepening of the breath. Another option you can use if visualizing the breath moving through your body is not it for you today, is to count the breath. So I'll do one of each and you can compare. So get ready for your inhale, breathing in through your nose, letting that breath come down through the throat and expand the chest, feeling the rib cage expand, and then feeling the belly expand. As you exhale, letting your belly soften, releasing the expansion from the rib cage, letting the chest empty, and feeling the air come back out through your throat and through your nose. From this position, we'll do something similar by lengthening the breath. So we're going to start with a count of, since we've been breathing for a few minutes already, 4, and we'll expand it to up to a 6 before we start getting into movement. So we'll empty your air of lungs, seal the lips, inhale through the nose for a count of 1, 2, 3, 4. As you breathe out, exhaling for a count of 1, 2, 3, 4. Taking it a little bit deeper, inhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause. Exhaling for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Emptying all the air out. Inhaling for 6 this time. So breathing in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pause. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll do that again at 6. So inhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pause. Exhaling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let your breath flow naturally for a few moments here. In and out through the nose if it's still accessible to you. Closing the eyes if they weren't closed yet. Feel your body in its stillness. Notice if your breath feels any differently after having concentrated on it for the last moments that we have. And we'll begin to get into some movement. So from your cross-legged position, bring your hands together in front of you. Interlace your fingers and spread your fingers away from you. Push the palms forward. From here, notice where you feel a sensation, whatever comes up first. Try to keep your wrists up in line with your shoulders. And in this position, think about pulling your shoulder blades back and together and then pushing them forward. It's a small movement, so you're pulling your shoulder blades back, pulling them forward, back, forward. Just combining a little bit of active engagement of the shoulder blades with a stretch for the arms. So pulling back, pulling forward. All right, now we'll keep our hands in this position. Inhale, lift up, look up, arch your back. Exhale, reach down, look down, curl your back. Great. Again, inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, curve the opposite direction. Well done. Take it up again. Inhaling, take it slow, full breath in. When you're full of air, exit down, breathing out as you go down, rounding the back. Let's do it again. Inhale up, exhale down. Curve your back and rock back as you come down. Rock forward and curl up. Inhale, exhale, round and lower. Well done. Bring your hands right back up to the center. Bring them back together, palms face each other. Pause for a moment with your hands in the center of your chest. Pull your shoulders up, then back, then down. Feel the sensation of using the strength of your shoulders to pull them down and back. Pause to tuck your chin. Press your palms into one another and feel the power of your arms. Feel how firmly can you press your hands into each other. Just the pressure you can apply to yourself using the strength of your arms. And then release that gently, keep the hands touching. Slowly peel away the palms until just fingertips are touching. And once again, push into fingertips. Feel the sensation of your fingertips as your pinky touches your other pinky, ring finger touches other ring finger, middle finger touches middle finger, pointer finger touches pointer finger, and thumb touches thumb. Push into your hands and then feel the space in between your palms. Imagine and notice the energy you're creating with your hands. And then soften again, allow your fingertips to just barely touch. So even separate them for a second, gently bring them back together. Allow your fingers to come back in contact with each other, hands and palms to come back in contact with each other, thumbs to come to the center of your chest. Again, bow your head, breathe in. Exhale. Take this moment to think about what you would like to focus on throughout your practice. Would you like to challenge yourself to never say a negative thing about yourself while you're in a pose? I hate this, I can't do this, my body sucks at this. That's an option, right? Think positive. Would you like to challenge yourself or invite yourself to be easy and take breaks every time you want to? Would you like to invite yourself to experience discipline and do your best to use your strength of mind to maintain challenging postures? Or do you have something else on your mind you want to stick with? Now is a chance to reflect on it so you can carry it with you throughout your practice. Breathe in, hold at the top, bring your focus of your practice, your intention for your practice into your mind. As you exhale, release. Trust that you'll be able to carry through with it. Release your hands, pull your arms out to the side, pull your arms up over your head, look up at your palms, breathe in. Exhale, stretch to one side. Inhale, come up. Exhale, stretch to the other side. Use your core muscles. Inhale, come up. Exhale, reach both hands down to the ground. Bow your head, reach forward, and then walk your hands back up. From this position, stretch your legs out, feet on the floor. Bring your hands, moving so you can see me. Move your hands behind you. Fingertips face your body. So we warmed up our wrists a little bit. Now we're going to do it some more. Feet on the floor. Bring your feet to touch, knees to touch. Fingertips point towards your hips. Pull your chest back. We're going to do a lion's breath here. So all you got to do is breathe in through your nose. Big, strong, and powerful. Expand your chest. On your exhale, stick your tongue out, open your eyes extremely wide, and say, now one of the huge benefits of doing yoga alone in your home or in your home is you're not in a classroom with people who are all doing that. And you can hopefully make a really wild, powerful lion's breath face. So we're gonna do two more. Inhale, eyes open, stick your tongue out, try to touch your chin with the tip of your tongue. Another one, breathe in. Well done. Really good for clearing and strengthening the throat and tongue, as well as your awareness of your jaw and neck, and releasing tension from the jaw and neck. Now we're squeezing our knees together. We're gonna go ahead and lift ourselves up into a tabletop position. Try to get your hips flat in line with maybe your knees, so it's really like a table. Now, if you're here and you're having a ton of trouble, try stepping your hands slightly wider, slightly back, and see if that helps. If not, try the opposite. I do believe it helps a lot to bring the feet and knees close together so you can squeeze them in towards each other. That helps zip up the inner thighs, use the muscles in the buttocks, and engage your core. We're gonna be here for another breath in and out. Now for the last breath, you're welcome to let your head fall back, expanding your throat. So inhale, exhale, and we'll take a little break, hips down to the ground. Bring yourself forward, bring your feet together, knees to the side, butterfly pose. Now we've just really extended the wrist, big stretch there. So we're gonna reverse that, little stretch, put your hand on the ground, and gently, gently press into your hands. If you want to, you're welcome to lean forward more in your butterfly or bound angle pose, but no need to. Just easing in, easing in. Breathing here, in and out. Okay, let's go ahead back to our table position because we've got to work on strengthening the front of the body. So go ahead and bring your feet together, knees together, hands behind you, fingers face your body. Adjust however feels stable for you at any time. Your position, your body's gonna look a little different because it's yours. Inhale, exhale, push your feet down into the ground, squeeze your knees together, lift your hips up, engage your whole body, make your body flat as you can. Now is the challenging part. From our table pose, which you can hold. If this is a huge exertion for you, just stay right here. But to challenge yourself, see if you can lift up your hand, stretch it up and over. Little stretch for the armpit, for the side body, and strengthening for the upper body. Reach it back, hand down. Good. You're pretty close to the floor. If you fall, you'll be all right. Push your right hand into the ground, the left hand comes up, stretch it back. Keep your body as flat as the table as you can. And then reach it down to the ground. Good job. Inhale. Stay for the exhale. Hips down to the ground. Feet together, knees to the side. Butterfly position. Reverse that stretch of your hands so the backs of your hands come to the ground. Tuck the chin. Great. Strengthening the front of the body, using the shoulders, trying to check in. Can I do this? If you can do that movement, it's really, really good for your body. If it's really challenging for you, keep working on it. Okay, knees together, feet to the ground, hands behind your knees. Lean back until your arms are straight or almost straight. Maybe start to take little hops with the toes. Pull the shoulders up and back. Again, squeeze knees and toes in towards each other. This helps use the muscles in your legs so they're more active, not so heavy on your body. We're balancing in Navasana, boat pose. So lift your feet up a little higher if you can. And activate your feet. Spread your toes. Push through the balls of your feet. I always think this looks like a sunrise. I don't know why, but it makes me happy to look at my toes and think about a sunrise. Now, if you want to challenge yourself to balance, you can remove your hands and turn the palms to face up. Pull your shoulders down and back. Keep thinking tall body. Think about your back being as straight as possible. If you are struggling to stay up, that's okay. It's a balancing act. You've got to find your place. This is boat pose. You can rock on the waters. You're welcome to bring your hands down or keep your hands behind your knees. But if you're really looking for a stronger core exercise, straighten your legs. Again, back stays flat, shoulders stay down, head stays tall and proud, breathing in and out. We're still here, slow flow, we're gonna hold it. I'm going back to my knees bent though, because it's hard to talk. So inhale, exhale. It might help to breathe out through your mouth, slowing your body down. Every longer exhale than inhale tells your nervous system you're okay. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. I'm shaking. If you're shaking, that's normal. If you're not shaking, you can try making it a little harder if you like, depending on your intention. Inhale, and then feet down. Walk your feet forward a bit so your knees are still bent, but not as deeply, and roll yourself forward over your knees. Let your head fall. If you can adjust to a position where your head can rest on your knees, try that, but if it's far away and uncomfortable, just reach forward. This is a gentle stretch for your back. Boat pose can be challenging on the lower back. One thing I will say is, as you know, your body and how you feel is always going to take precedent and be more important than what I say. So if I'm saying, here, do this pose, and it hurts or it feels confusing, back off, and I'll do my best to offer modifications. I'm also happy to answer questions either throughout or at the end. So as I said, pop your camera on if at any time you're having trouble for any reason, and I will address it. All right, now we've released. We really warmed up the core, the shoulders, the head and neck a bit. Got to get into our legs. So I'm just going to challenge us to do one little thing before we get upright off of our seat and onto our feet. Come into your forward fold position, which is to say, legs straight out. Flex your feet. Try to sit up tall. So again, we're thinking about this straight posture in the back, trying to avoid the roundedness, but also not necessarily arching the back, right? Our straight posture, our hips right here is where our movement should come from if we're folding forward for a forward fold. So we'll start with a breath in, arms up. Reach up and forward. Your arms come down and hinge. Your back may not, mine doesn't move very much. Like it goes from upright 90-degree angle to maybe something close to a 45-degree angle. Some people have a wider range of motion, some people have less. The sensation I'm looking for is in the back of your legs. If you feel like it's a really extreme position, you're welcome to bend your knees a little bit. You can still get a stretch that way. So actively engaging the legs, flexing the feet, and then keeping mindful of the back being straight are ways that I can make sure you have a more purposeful and integrated experience of your stretch and movement. You can let your hands settle on your shin. You can let your hands settle on your feet if they can reach. We're going to take a breath in here and out. I really do recommend closing your eyes in this position. This is sometimes referred to as a life stretch because these muscles that move along the back of our legs are so vital to our everyday movement, and it continues all the way up into the spine and the back, and it allows you to do all you need to do, right, in life as you sit, stand, move, run, etc. So starting to feel and become aware of the sensation in the back of the legs is very important. So we're going to inhale here, try to sit up a little taller. Exhale, let your back round. Let your head fall. Stay here. You can relax the feet. You can bend the knees if you like. This is for your back. This is to relax your back and stretch the space between the vertebrae. So if you'd like to bend the knees a little and walk yourself forward a little bit and really deepen into the back, this is a great place to do it. If it feels good to have the legs pretty straight and the legs still active, you can do that as well. Both will meet the need. Okay, slowly curl yourself back up, back to our active position of feet flexed. I'll have my hands by my side. If you want to, you can lean back a little, that's okay. And we're going to straighten and flex, push the leg straight down, and then lift left heel up. Try to get your left heel as high as your right toes, maybe higher, right? Lower it back down. Right foot this time, lower it back down. Now if you're leaning back, try doing it without leaning back and see if that changes things like it does for me. Switch sides, left side comes up, lower it down. Right side comes up, lower it down. Well done. Something little but surprisingly difficult. Let's see if we can get up without using our hands. I like to cross my feet and stand up. Another option would be to widen your knees and come forward through. But try to stand up without using your hands. Then if you have to use your hands, do it. All right. Now we're in our mountain position, 2 feet on the ground. They don't have to be touching, but all 10 toes should point forward. You think about your feet, ankles, and then knees, and then hips, and then ribs, shoulders. Release the hands down. Bring your head tall and proud so your chin is maybe parallel to the ground. And stand in your mountain pose with your palms facing forward for a breath in and out. Well done. Inhale, reach both arms up. Exhale, reach down towards the ground, forward fold. Inhale here. Stay for the exhale, plant the fingers super wide on your mat and step your right foot back. Lower your right foot down. If you need help, shimmy your left foot forward. Untap toes on the right foot. Inhale, come up for a crescent lunge. Imagine you're holding like a beach ball between your hands. So your palms face each other, but they do not need to be touching. Inhale to reach a little bit higher up. Exhale to release the shoulders down and back and sway forward into your deeper lunge. It's okay if your knee comes a little forward over your toes, but think about the knee coming out towards the pinky toe side of the foot, not the big toe side. Inhale here. Exhale, hands down to the ground. Start to walk your hands back, flex your front foot. Find a half split. So in this position, I am not lowering myself all the way down to my heel behind me. For some people, that's just gonna happen right away. You don't have to do that. I just wanna stretch in the back of the thighs because this is, like I said, super important part of your body, your hamstrings, the back of the calf, and creating more space there and strength and awareness there can make a big difference in your stamina and ability to execute movements. So we'll stay for an inhale, exhale, and then go ahead and walk yourself forward again. Hands come to the mat, tuck your right toes under, step yourself back up to a forward fold, and release yourself over your legs. Bend your knees a little bit here. Trying to feel the whole foot on the ground. Place your hands on the ground. If you're able to feel your whole foot on the ground with your hands on the ground, with your legs straight, go ahead and do that. And then we stepped our right foot back last time. So we'll step our left foot back this time to a lunge. Untuck the back toes. Reach both arms up, palms face each other. Check in on your knee. See, if you look straight down at your knee, hopefully you can see your big toe. If you can't, it might be that your knee is too far in. So adjust. You don't need to be able to see your whole foot, but that's okay too. And then look up towards your hands. Take a breath in. Exhale, release the shoulders slightly down. Try to ease forward into a deeper stretch. Looking for sensation in the front of the thigh here. If you're having trouble finding it, try straightening your back a little bit more. It might click. Take another breath in here. Exhale, hands down to the ground. Walk your hands back. Flex your right foot. Try to straighten that right leg. Tip toes of the fingers. Or if you have blocks, welcome to use those. We are leaning on this knee a bit, so good idea to cushion it up if it's uncomfortable. But again, just like last time, we'll be here for about 3 breaths. So inhaling, lengthening the spine, exhaling. If you want to get it really active, deeper stretch, try to drive your heel down into the ground. Inhale, pull your shoulders back. Exhale, push that heel down into the ground. Inhale. Stay for the exhale. Slowly walk your hands forward. Place your whole right foot on the ground. 2 hands on the ground. Back toes tuck. Step forward to your forward fold. Hang here for a breath in. Breath out. Inhale, reach the hands up. Bring the palms together over your head. Exhale, palms to the center of your chest. Inhale here. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale here. Stay for the exhale. Step both feet back to a downward dog position. Make sure all of your fingers are spread super wide. Look at your hands. Push your palms down into the ground. Push your fingertips and knuckles into the ground. And then try to bring your ears in line with your biceps. Rise up onto the toes of your feet or the balls of your feet to feel the stretch in your feet. And then let your heels sink towards the ground for the stretch in your hamstrings. Do that again. Inhale, heels up. Let me make sure you can see me. I'll switch a little bit around so you can see my feet. Inhaling, heels up. Exhaling, heels down. Pushing the weight back towards your hips. Take a breath in here, and then exhale, lower your knees down. Excellent. We're going to put some purposeful attention into the shoulders and neck here before we get into our traditional flow, which we'll do a few times this class. So, again, spread fingers super wide. Put them down on the ground. Wrist, elbow, shoulder should form a line, like a connect the dots from the shoulder to the elbow to the wrist, and then the hand spreads wide. Similar with the knees, get your knees underneath your body and let your shoulder blades come together, your chest sneak down in between your arms. Take a breath in here. Exhale, push the ground away, expand the shoulders. Inhale, let yourself drop down. Exhale, push the ground away. Warming up the shoulder blades and thinking about the upper back and the space between the shoulders, feeling that movement occur. Keep your focus on that part of your body so that as you do other activities, you can start to feel it. We're continuing to move. As we exhale, we'll soften our body, release down. Feel the heaviness in your shoulders. Inhale. Shoulders separate, push the ground away, feel the power in your arms and hands. Collapse down, inhale, push away, exhale. Wonderful. Now bring your right hand to the back of your head, elbow comes out, straight like it's coming from your ear. Inhale, elbow point up to the ceiling. Exhale, elbow points down to the ground. Let your spine rotate. Inhale, elbow comes up. Exhale, elbow comes down. Remember to push into your fingertips, not just your wrist on your supporting hand. Again, inhale up, exhale down, and then return 2 hands to the ground. This time, left hand comes to the back of your head, elbow stretches straight out, inhale, twist up, exhale, release down, inhale, come up, exhale, release down, inhale, come up, exhale, come down, return 2 hands to the ground, spread the fingers wide, tuck back toes under, lift knees up and back, send your hips up, downward dog, take a breath in, exhale, your choice, you can stay in downward dog or walk your feet forward to forward fold. I'm going into forward fold since holding downward dog is a little bit too much for my shoulders right now. And forward fold allows me to stay in an inverted position and stretch my legs. So your choice, your choice. If you like downward dog and you like the challenge on your arms or it feels good for your body, please stay there. We're gonna be here for 3 breaths. Inhale and exhale. You are welcome to close your eyes or look at your feet. Those are the 2 easy focal points for me. Inhale and exhale. Go ahead and slowly roll yourself up to a standing position. Great. All right, let's work our way through some of our flow. We'll repeat a few times. So inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, fingertips. Exhale, right foot steps back. Inhale, arms come up, crescent lunge. Exhale, twist to the side towards your bent knee. Inhale, come back up to center. Exhale, hands to the ground. Forward fold. Inhale on your forward fold. Exhale, left foot steps back. Inhale, rise up, crescent lunge. Exhale, twist towards your bent knee, arms spread wide. Inhale, back up to center. Exhale, hands down to the ground. Forward fold. Stay for the inhale, exhale. All right, so we're gonna go through that a few times just to build up some momentum, and then we'll slow it down again. So, ready to inhale. Exhale, right foot steps back. Inhale, both hands come up, front knee is bent 90 degrees. Exhale, twist towards your bent knee. Inhale, both arms back up. Exhale, down. Step your back foot in, forward fold. Inhale here. Exhale, left foot steps back. Come right up, 2 arms up, right knee bent 90 degrees. Exhale, twist. Inhale, both arms come up. Exhale, both hands come down. Step your back foot in, forward fold. Inhale here. Exhale here. Let your head relax. Okay, take a breath in. Rise up to your fingertips. Exhale, bend, take your right foot back. Inhale, 2 hands come up. Exhale, twist. Inhale, 2 hands come up. Exhale, 2 hands come down, forward fold. Breathe here, inhale. Exhale, left foot steps back. Inhale, 2 hands come up. Exhale, twist. Inhale, 2 hands come up. Exhale, 2 hands come down, forward fold. Inhale here. Once more on each side. Exhale, right foot steps back. Inhale, 2 hands come up. Exhale, twist. Inhale, 2 hands come up. Exhale, 2 hands come down, forward fold. Inhale here. Exhale, left foot steps back. Inhale, 2 hands come up. Exhale, twist. Inhale, 2 hands come up. Exhale, 2 hands come down. Forward fold. Breathe in here. Breathe out here. Slowly roll yourself up, mountain pose. 2 hands by your side, shoulders roll back. Okay. Bring your right hand to the center of your chest, left hand on top of right. Pull your shoulders down and back. Check that all your toes are pointing forward. Feel your heartbeat. Mine's a little fast. So that was the least slow part of our slow flow class. But trying to pair breath with movement, hopefully in a way that is not overwhelming. We're going to continue to do that, but slowing it down a little bit. So we're going to do a balancing sequence, which will also flow from movement to movement. But I'll be asking you to hold the positions for 3 to 5 breaths each. If at any point the sequence of breathing, the time of holding the pose is too long, again, just a reminder, do your thing. Okay, so we'll start in our mountain pose. Release 2 hands down by your sides. We're going to bring our balancing leg, our left leg, into focus. So just come up onto your tiptoes, release the weight off of your right side. But before you start to really balance, think about your hip staying in line with one another, right? Left and right hip, both right here. Engage the muscles in the tops of your thighs. So you're imagining pulling your kneecap up towards your hip and push down into the heel of the foot and the outside of the pinky toe side of the foot and the big toe side of the foot. So you've got a strong kind of triangular base. From here, squeeze your right knee in as high as you can. You can take your hands to your hips. Squeeze it in, higher, higher, inhale. Exhale. We're holding. Sorry, I'm gonna move forward. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, from here, inhale, send your knee out to the side. Try to go like you're opening a door. Stay, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. You can use a wall or something to support you as well. Bring your knee back into the middle. Inhale. Now we're going to squeeze your heel towards your buttocks. Keep your hands on your hips, shoulders back. Hinge yourself forward. As you bring your right knee in line with your left knee, start to straighten your leg. Flex your foot like you're going to put your foot on the wall behind you. Try to keep right and left shoulder equally balanced facing the ground. Right and left hip facing the ground. Okay, you can stay here with hands on your hips. You can release your hands from your hips, palms face down, shoulders pull back. This feels really nice for the back and chest. Or for warrior 3, bring 2 hands forward. This is a lot to expect of your lower back. If you try it and it feels like, oof, then don't. Take your hands back, right? And if this just is not it for you, do this with your toes on the ground. Just a little bit of support makes a big difference. Okay, holding here, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in. You can open your mouth to exhale if you want to release some tension. That's a quick way to get more breath out than in. All right, bend your right knee, squeeze yourself back upright, knee in again. One more inhale. This time, exhale, open out to the side. Inhale back to the center. Quickly sliding back, exhale. And then lower your back toes down. Land into a warrior 1 position. So back heel is in line with your front heel. Right back toes point out. Reach both arms up. Straighten your front leg. hinge forward over your front leg. That feels really good to stretch. This is our pyramid pose. You can also place hands on your shin. It sometimes makes it easier to straighten the back a little bit, which I find very important in finding the integrity of the pose. But make sure you're pushing your right heel down into the ground as well as the right ball of the foot. If that's hard to do, step the foot in a little bit and take a breath in here, breath out here. All right, step yourself forward, mountain pose, 2 feet on the ground. Wow, a lot of work for this side. Don't shake it out, don't do anything. We're gonna balance it out right away. Inhale here, 2 hands on the chest. Feel your heartbeat as you exhale. Okay, all right, release your hands down. Tiptoes on the left side, feel that right side. So think about right hip, don't let it sway out to the side so much, try to squeeze it in. Think about the muscles pulling the kneecap up. Think about pushing into your heel and into the big toe side of your foot and the pinky toe side of your foot so you have a firm triangular base. Bring your hands to your hips. Breathe in. Squeeze your left knee in, and up, up, up as high as you can. It might be here, wherever your body is, that's right. So squeeze it in, yep. It sometimes helps to make the foot active, so either pointing the toes or flexing the toes. If you want to here, you can make circles with your ankles. We'll have another chance to do that later, don't worry. Squeeze it up, breathe in, breathe out. In, out, staying, in, out, finding stillness. Good. I'm adjusting so you can see me. Squeeze that knee, inhale. Exhale, open it out to the side like a door, as far as you can go. Staying here, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Bring it back to center. Squeeze it up a little higher again. Inhale. Take your time to point your heel towards your buttocks. Squeeze your body muscles so that you're leaning forward. As your left knee comes in line with your right knee, start to straighten your leg. Flex your back foot like you're going to put it on the wall behind you. Try to make your body flat. Again, kind of like our table pose. We want that flat surface. Squeeze the muscles of the belly in towards your spine and try to think about your spine being smooth instead of arched. Flexing the foot helps a lot. Make sure the back toes are pointing down towards the ground. I'm way more wobbly on this side than the other side. That happens, right? All of us have something. So choose what you want to do with your hands. Maybe keeping them on the hips feels good. Stabilizing, grounding. Maybe you want to release the arms back, palms face down. Breathe here. See how it feels to reach the hands forward. This is going to engage the belly and the back more, which is wonderful, but this is our warrior 3 pose. Can be twingy for the lower back, so if it's not feeling great, don't do it. All of the strength and sensation in this supporting leg, a lot of sensation in the back leg because it has to be active to help me stay up. Hard for me to keep this leg up high like I did on the other side. Everybody's got stuff, right? Everybody is different. Reach those hands, whether they're reaching forward or reaching back, just reach them like the fingertips are attached to strings being pulled. Inhale. Exhale, squeeze yourself back up, right knee comes in, inhale. Exhale, open. Inhale to center. Exhale, send it back once, and then gently land those back toes on the ground. Find your warrior 1 feet. So back heel is more or less in line with front heel, but back toes point out slightly. If you want to, you can step your feet a little slightly closer together. Hinge forward. Hands can come to the shin or to the ground if they can reach. Back flat, pyramid position. Breathing in, breathing out. Really stretching through that right leg, the supporting leg that just did all this work. Feeling hopefully some sensation in the hip, right? So if you're not feeling anything in the hip, think about getting your back a little bit more straight. And notice if you're kind of sending your hip out to one side or the other side, you can reset, come back up, and sort of think about, okay, maybe pull right hip back and down a little bit and lean forward. Sometimes that's just a little change makes a big difference. Staying here. And then go ahead and come up, 2 feet on the ground, mountain pose. All right, so that's our balancing sequence. Inhale, come on up, arms up. Exhale, release down, forward fold. Let your head release down. Bring your feet a little bit wider, not quite. Well, actually, go ahead and bring them about hip mat width apart. So your heels are on the mat. Toes might point out slightly, so maybe the big toe is on the mat and the rest of them aren't, something like that. And then we're gonna go ahead and bend the knees. Make sure your knees are pointing out towards your pinky toes. Adjust the positioning of your feet and knees until you can do this. And then bring the elbows to the insides of the knees, palms together, hips settle down. We're going for a garland pose here. I have my feet super wide. Some people are able to do this with their feet very narrow. Some people prefer to have something to sit down upon. This is a natural position your body will adjust into because most of the time, most kids do squat like this, assuming you don't have injuries you're working with that prevent it. If it feels really difficult, just keep working at it. It's really helpful for your digestive system and helps to soothe and regulate your abdominals as well, just in general. So hands are helping you keep your knees open because your elbows are on the outside. Make sure you're not rounding forward. Try to pull the shoulders down and back, chest proud. And then think about using the muscles in the legs. So instead of just hanging, which can sometimes feel nice, but to protect our knees, we're using the muscles. We're squeezing the muscles and activating them. Try to do it. See how can you figure out how to do it. Some people just clicks. Sometimes that stuff feels really unfair. Like, what do you mean just figure out how to do it? But the thing is, your body can usually find a way if you give it time. So inhaling, exhaling. By thinking about the muscles and asking them to do what we want them to do, we can eventually start to make it happen. It doesn't happen right away. It doesn't happen every time, but you have a lot of power to direct how your body moves. Bring your hands down to the ground. Set your hips up and back. Roll your toes in. Hang here for a minute. Allow the sensations and openness of the back of the legs to expand. And then we'll step our knees to the ground into our hands and knees position. Take a cow pose with the back arch. Look up towards the ceiling. Breathe in. Exhale, round the back. Tuck the chin. Maybe push the hands back a little, almost coming towards the child's pose. Inhale, hinge forward. Exhale, release down. Inhale up, cow pose. Exhale, cat pose. Nicely done. From this position, let's go ahead and slide the feet back, lower the hips down to the ground, elbows down. Come into your Sphinx position. So elbows on the ground, straight line from your elbow to your shoulder. And then look back at your feet. Get your feet to touch each other. Squeeze those legs in again so your heels are touching each other. Using that contact point of feeling your body, where your body touches your body, can give you so much helpful feedback. Am I engaging my muscles? Can I feel it? It's not just this body floating around in space anymore. So let's go ahead and find a little back bend here. Push the hands down into the ground. Notice the difference between having your shoulders up towards your ears, pushing them down and pulling them back. And then Push into your elbows. Use your arms like you're going to slither forward using your forearms. Pulling back, active legs. Push the legs down to the ground. Sphinx pose. Either stay here. If you want a deeper stretch, bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Everything else stays the same. Legs are active. Give them a little break. Good. Back to active. Push the feet down into the ground. Squeeze the buttocks. Squeeze the legs together. Fingers wide. Elbow squeeze towards your wrists. Stay right here. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, so you see my elbows are bent. Next option, take it a little deeper. Elbows are less bent, right? Still, this is super hard. It's active movement on your body, not just passive hanging out. Because you truly want your legs to be active, your arms to be active. Deeper stretch, you can start to strengthen and stretch those arms out. This is pretty deep. My belly is not on the ground, but my hips are. That's what you want. If you're not able to do this without lifting your hips up, then I would recommend bending the elbows a little. Final option, upward dog pose. Let's take a little break. Kick your heels up, sway your feet side to side. And then again, heels and toes together. Push down into your hands for your upward dog. If you want to take it a deeper step, tuck back toes under. Push yourself up like a push-up. Step your toes, backs of your feet back onto the toes. And then hips hover and legs hover. Actively pulling your heels towards each other. Squeeze your buttocks. Lift your shoulders down and back. Lift your head up. Breathe in. Exhale. Full palms press into the ground. Lower your knees down. Come back to hands and knees. Take your time here. Maybe widen the knees a little bit. Settle your hips down and back for child's pose. Head comes down to the ground. Let the palms flip up. Feel that release in the lower back. Close the eyes. Well done. Breathing. Feeling your belly press against your thighs, feeling that comforting, cozy feeling of your body touching your body. Walk your hands back so that your hands rest near your feet, getting a little deeper stretch between the shoulder blades. Release that head down, roll the head side to side. Okay, walk yourself into hands and knees. Slide your feet to one side. Settle your hips onto the ground. Step yourself forward. And go ahead and lower down onto your elbows. And then finally, onto your back. So we will settle into Shavasana here in just a moment. One last thing I'll ask you to do is bend your knees. Place your right ankle over your left knee and make some circles with your ankle. Watch your foot as you do this. Notice how it moves. And then switch directions, other side. Breathing. And then switch sides, so left ankle comes over right knee. Make some circles with your ankle. Other side, rotating the opposite way. And then 2 feet on the ground. Do the same thing with your hands. Bring your hands up, make fists. Both hands circle one direction. Watch them as they do it. Circle the other direction. Well done. Reach your arms up over your head, point your toes down, take a big stretch. Inhale. Exhale, release your arms by your sides. Soften your feet, let your feet roll out. Find where your head starts to feel heavy. Close your eyes and stay still, breathing naturally. In your Shavasana, we can take a controlled breath with an inhale, counting to 5. Exhale, counting to 5. So let's breathe out. And then inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're welcome to stay here or sit up, and this will be the end of our class. Thank you so much for taking class with me. Again, my name's Azure, and this was a slow flow vinyasa.